Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Staying focused on a small group of men hurts you. Hurts you, ladies. Because anybody who follows me on my men's channel know I always talk about select and non-select. But then other guys will talk about 80-20 or, alpha, beta. And let's just be real, ladies. It's just y'all nature. Y'all not focused on all the men. But here's the issue. There's nothing wrong with that in general. That's just your nature. But there's many women just focus on even a smaller group of men. And you know what? I was thinking about this. I saw some last week. One of the few times I just get to just check out stuff on YouTube, like different videos, and not necessarily in this general sector, but all over. And there was some TikTok compilation videos. One was had some ugly women talking about when did they know they were being ugly or something like that they were ugly or they weren't asked out. Never been on dates or anything. And some of the women, I'll just say, some of the women, a few of the women was facially challenged. Most of them look average to me, and a few of them look cute. I was looking, why are you in this? Seriously, it was a range. But one of the things, though, is they will focus on that they were considered ugly by attractive men. They were focused on, they weren't asked out by attractive men. That was the common theme I was seeing. And I was like, because like I said, there were a couple that were challenged, and maybe needed some real help, but only a few. Most of them were decent. Most of them were decent women. A few of them, I was still serious. I was like, you? Seriously, it was that serious look. I was like, yeah, they weren't ready for America's Next Top Model or something like that. But, they look decent. I will put them in like 5-6 range. A couple of them like 7s at least. And that's not bad. And here's the thing. Despite the big thing about men going for the dimes and everything, and yeah, a lot of guys checking out dimes, but then a whole lot more are actually realistic. They stay in their lane. They realistic. And these are guys, these like the regular dudes out there. They ain't getting no modeling contract either. They might be just regular height, but they work and everything. And they would show nothing but love to these same women. But let's just be real out here, ladies. I gotta call it the way I see it. A lot of the real issue with a lot of women ain't that there's a shortage of men. There's plenty of men. Women only checking out a small percentage of men. And I've been seeing this for decades. I've been in many social events where women were only focused on a few guys. I've known many women who, quite frankly, are average looking. I ain't saying were, I'm gonna say are average looking. But if you really talk to them and you see who they really checking out, it's only a small percentage of men. They only interact, even if they have a chance to interact with a big group of men, they interact with a small group of men. Shit, I benefited from it, I ain't gonna lie. I was at this retreat, and this one woman, she was pretty much just focused on me. Even though there was a bunch of guys there, and she wasn't showing the same, I wasn't even showing that much interest. She was coming more onto me than the other way around, and she was cool and everything, One of my first choice, but, I'm just saying. And the thing was, but that was her. And a lot of women do that. Fortunately, she wasn't bad. She was more upper. I put her at an 8. But whatever the case, it hurts women overall. Women are only checking out a small sector of men. And that's hurting them because it is a bunch of artificial stuff that men gotta have. Because we've seen the videos of women, they go on these shows. A lot of them used to go on Kevin Samuel's show, may he rest in peace. And, some other people doing the same thing now. I think her name's Kendra G. She's kind of doing the same thing. And, I don't normally call names, but, we just got to be real with it. And what do the women say? Well, I need this guy. He need to make this much money. He need to look like this and that. And I'm like, how often do you see that? I would ask women, how often do you see that guy that you say he has to be? And it's ironic. You get some older women, they start getting into that. And I'm just like, Because usually what happens is after a woman, she done dealt with one type of guy, she starts getting more restrictive. And I've seen that with a lot of y'all. When you need to be expanding. Because one of the things I've seen this too, when women actually, because it was another retreat I was at, And the women, they want that scarcity thing there. But after a few days, they were expanding how they were interacting with the different men. And that's very important. Because it hurts you otherwise. You're not getting the full what you can get. You're not getting it because really that focus is it's really artificial. It's really artificial. A term that I was using for like a certain type of woman, those dimes and everything, icons. I was at a online webinar, and the host of it, they used the term for men too. And the lady host, she said, yeah, a lot of women checking for that guy, tall, got the car, all of that. That's an icon. Like, let's just be real, ladies. A lot of times that ideal man. In fact, I did a seminar way back in the day on getting an ideal man. Telling women how to get it. I ain't gonna lie, it was more about just getting the money for me. But I probably wouldn't do it now because, you get older, you learn, okay, this ain't gonna work for women to get the ideal man. They need to expand and have their eyes open. And let me be clear, that's all I'm saying. Just have your eyes open. You might have that good man who actually clicks with you, will actually laugh with you, will actually treat you well. You don't have to worry about him cheating. He's probably right in front of you. He's probably right in front of you. But he don't match your icon. You just focus, you're blind, you got blinders to him. You got blinders. And I've seen that with a lot of y'all ladies. I got blinders. But then that guy that you might not pay attention to, you know what? He might not have exactly all the stuff that you say you want. And I'm going to get into that in a second. But he's bringing something new to the table. He's bringing something new. And about that thing about not having what you want, here's the thing. Because I've seen women, they say, yeah, well, you got to have 6 figures. You got to be this height. Okay, tell me how many times you dealt with that type of guy. I personally know several women who've gotten dogged. Let me say that word, dogged, emotionally abused by 6-figure guys. So it's not automatic that they're going to be good. Guys who match that icon. Now this ain't to say you might meet one and he's not a good guy, but I'm just saying he could also be a bad guy. But women are focused on men that they haven't met. Now, if you're a woman and you actually met those type of guys, you dealt with good and bad, okay. But a lot of women haven't met the guys that they actually say they want. That's in that small group. And all I'm saying is this: expand. Now, this ain't saying you got to deal with a bum. I've said several times, don't deal with a dusty man. But you got a whole lot of guys. They might not match that icon, but they ain't dusty either. They genuine, solid guys. And all I'm saying is just expand your sight. And usually I've told women this advice in the past, and there's been a few. I ain't gonna say it's like a whole bunch, but there's been a few who actually found somebody good and they were happy. At least the last time I talked to them. I probably need to check up on some people. But in general, and even some women I didn't give that advice to, they just expanded and the guy was right there. Right there all along in some cases. So, staying focused on just a small group actually hurts you. When you just expand it, and like I said, you don't expand it to everybody, but you'll find if you just expanded just a few points, all of a sudden you got more men that you could see. Let me use a number system, even though y'all don't use it. Like say a woman, her select category are men who could be rated 9s and 10s. And yeah, I know y'all use adjectives and that numbers, but just go with me on this. Say that's, and she can't find them. She can't find them. All of a sudden she say, okay, I'm gonna expand it to 7s. She's gonna find a few more. Okay, she said her basement is 6. Oh, she's going to find a whole lot more. All of a sudden, you got a lot more men to choose from, more opportunities to meet the right man for you. All right? So, ladies, y'all know what to do. All right? So, you got to expand. You got to expand that landscape. You got to expand that circle. You got to don't follow that scarcity model. It's not helping you. Let's just be real. It's not working. How many women actually saying they're meeting that guy? Let's just be real. How many women are truly saying, you know what, I met that guy. I met that icon. Ask yourself that. I'm still waiting to see that. I'm sure somebody has, but I'm still waiting to see. I'm still waiting to see that. So maybe I'm speculating. I don't know. So anyway. And ladies, you know what though? Because you know how I discourage men from posting on here. So ladies, let me know if you met that ideal man that was in your select category. I'm gonna applaud you. I might ask you how you met him, but I'm still gonna applaud you. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.